ABC's Skylar Eagle has been following this trial from the very start. She joins us now live from, has more on each side. Final message for the jury today. Skylar.
Well, Trishna, Lydia, there's no verdict quite yet in this trial. The jury began deliberations just about 25 minutes ago after very lengthy closing arguments from both attorneys, and both sides echoed much of what we heard during opening statements and from the 24 witnesses who testified in this trial. Special District Attorney Fred Wrench arguing this is a case of personal responsibility and Hussein's refusal to follow DOT regulations. Defense Attorney Lee Kinlan attempting to hammer in a point he's made throughout the entire trial, that Mavis is the real party at fault. Kinlan calling Virgil Park, the former manager of the Mavis Discount Tire where the limo was serviced, quote, a self-serving criminal. He says Naaman Hussein could not have known Mavis lied about the work done on the limo or foreseen the accident that caused the deaths of 20 people. Kinlan also pointed to DOT employees who he believes could have told Hussein where to go and how to properly run his business.
People keep going back to this idea that Naaman should have known when he had these people telling him, these experts, these professionals telling him, we have fixed your brakes. We have now checked it twice. You have people from the Department of Transportation saying, well, we looked under the car, it looked fine to us. And yet somehow the burden now rests upon Naaman to know all these things, to see through all this bull.
Kinlan pointed to the report by Brian Chase that said the cause of the crash was catastrophic brake failure from a lack of proper inspection, maintenance, and repair on the limo. Kinlan says that failure lies on Mavis and not on Hussein, who was led to believe that work and the proper inspection had been done. Special District Attorney Fred Wrench, in his closing arguments, countered Kinlan, saying Mavis was not to blame for the accident, arguing instead Hussein chose to participate in a highly regulated industry, and pointed to the number of times Chad Smith, a DOT investigator, attempted to help Hussein comply with DOT commercial vehicle regulations in the months leading up to the crash in 2018.
The heart of this matter is personal responsibility of Naaman Hussein. He engaged in a highly regulated industry, and he didn't follow the regulations.
I feel like the people have absolved Mavis of any wrongdoing and almost made excuses for the fact that they committed fraud.
Wrench walked the jury through every detail of evidence and testimony from the trial that proved Hussein was operating a transportation for hire business without DOT authority and inspection. He says Hussein's inaction is what created the unjustifiable risk that led to this fatal crash.
Mr. Hussein caused the deaths of the victims because he caused the crash of the Ford Excursion stretch limousine. The crash occurred because the brakes failed. The brakes failed because the vehicle itself, including the brakes, had not been properly maintained. The duty to properly maintain the Ford Excursion stretch limousine
And Kinlan told us walking out of court today that he and his client, Naaman Hussein, are nervous ahead of jury deliberations, but something to keep in mind as we wait for a final verdict here. Hussein is charged with 20 counts of manslaughter and 20 counts of criminally negligent homicide, but Judge Peter Lynch has said repeatedly throughout this trial and repeated that to the jury today that he can be found not guilty of both or guilty of only one or the other. So we're waiting now for the final verdict. I'm heading back to the courtroom now to sit and wait. We'll have the latest again in our next hour. For now, live in Schoharie, Skylar Eagle News 10 ABC.